Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. There aren't many flea markets within 50 miles of my house any longer. Stormville hasn't been opening. There just really hasn't been much. They closed the Duchess Marketplace. They closed one of the flea markets in Middletown, though they reopened a different one. I have yet to make it out there yet. There's one, Poughkeepsie, Pleasant Valley. I'm not quite sure what the borderline right there is. It's just east of the Purple Parlor car wash on Route 44. They have a flea market there. It's called Crazy Andy's. So I went there Sunday. It was kind of a dreary day, rainy, not all that great outside. I just wanted to see what it was like, and I was surprised. There were a lot of vendors there. There were a lot of food vendors there also, and normally you can tell the health of a flea market by how many food vendors are there. So I imagine on a bright sunny day the place is full, and it's probably worth the trip. Anyway, I bought this bag of surprises. I added to it. It's not everything. It wasn't all one deal. Anyway, I paid $45 for everything in this bag, and let's just take a quick look at what I got. Okay, so here's everything. I don't have much use for the vacuum cleaner, but I got a couple of these shelves. One of them's missing in action. It's probably still in the truck. These Ryobi Drills, particularly this guy here, they are absolutely great for starting all-terrain vehicles. You just put a bit on it. So I like these, though every once in a while one burns up. This is one of them that I killed, right? Battery's good. It's dead. By the way, it was a little bit of a disappointment. If something's gonna stop working, if it's gonna fail, I prefer if it fails in a spectacular kind of way. You know, I mean, we're talking fire and smoke, maybe mini explosion, that kind of stuff. All it did was barely put out a puff of smoke and that died. So I'm not quite sure if the switch went bad or if the motor went bad. I'm kind of hanging on to it. It doesn't look like it has too many miles on it. Probably if I didn't abuse it by trying to start tractor or start all-terrain vehicles with it, it might have held up longer. A bunch, like that's LED, and those four are neon bling lights. These miniature neons were kind of popular before LEDs became all over the place. A little old school action. I believe they're purple, right? I see a 3-inch purple there. So that's the color I believe they are. Nothing great, but kind of interesting to put under an all-terrain vehicle to bling it up a little. You can see they didn't cost much, right? Plumber Strap. If one isn't using baling wire, Plumber Strap is the next best thing. I got a comment from someone in Texas. I guess the common description isn't baling wire anymore. I call it baling wire because that's what I've always known it to be. He responded by saying, yeah, we still call it baling wire in Texas. So that's a good thing, I guess. Once again, the newer version, the older version. Lights like this always helpful for when you're putting stuff together. These are basically from the telephone company, but the kind of clips that were on there, both of them I thought handy. Flashlights. A lot of times I use these. I got two of them. I use them until the bulbs go bad. Then I put the LED replacement. If you get the replacement bulb from China, typically you could get them for, you know, $3-4. And if you buy a bunch of them, then you kind of go around and you replace all of them. These are Edison bulbs, filament bulbs. Super bright, but if you put the LEDs in them, literally they can be on for days before that 18-volt battery goes bad. These came with it, and I got one battery. Yeah, just that one battery. The Nikon batteries, you can kind of play a little game with them. You can take them apart, and if they're shorted, you can give them a little bit of a zap, and that clears the shorts on them. There's a million videos on how to do that. And if You zero all of them out, you know. Basically, you run them down to dead with like a filament light bulb. The ones that you don't have to zap. The zap ones would show up as zeros automatically. The ones that you don't have to zap would give you some voltage. Anyway, so if you clear the shorts and completely discharge them so the memory effect is gone, and you bring them back, they'll come back. But my experience is a good lithium-ion battery is not nearly as good, or a good NiCad battery is not nearly as good as even a lousy lithium-ion. So, yeah, one could take the time. I don't know why you would want to. About these power packs, though, if one needs to build a power supply, remember, inside that power pack, you have a transformer, you have some regulating circuitry and all that other stuff for your 18 volts. So you got a power cord. You could even, theoretically, if you clear one of those, you could even create yourself somewhat of a jump pack, right? You slide that in there, and then out of this would be 18 volts, and you can use that for various things. Other than that, I got this little, I call these pocket ohm meters. Right, I knew a guy at work who used to carry one of these in his pocket, and he used to carry that in a Leatherman, and he used to try to fix everything possible. Obviously, trailer light. I got a broken trailer light on the Tractor Supply trailer, so I got to put that on. You know, more of these patio lights or so forth. So not a whole lot of stuff. Got the bag also. $45. I think the prices are a lot better in Pennsylvania, but it's worth the distraction if you want to go out and get some exercise. If you live in the Hudson Valley, you're probably looking at Crazy Andy. I don't know, what is it, about 10 minutes out of Poughkeepsie, 30, 40 minutes out of Newburgh, right? A little over an hour out of Middletown, right? Kingston, another 30 minutes or so. It's right on the right on 44. It goes onto the arterial right over the Mid-Hudson Bridge. So not a million miles from Kingston, but not right there. You're coming in from Connecticut, you could come in on 44. So I think it's worthwhile. Bunch of people there trying to make a couple of dollars. You know, I love people that work. So there you are. Anyway, I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment, subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out there and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.